This almost never happened. The Hubble Space Telescope. Today, the Hubble Space Telescope is remembered as one of the greatest scientific tools ever built. Its images have shown us distant galaxies, newborn stars, and parts of the universe humans had never seen clearly before. But when Hubble first opened its eye in space, something was wrong. It could not see properly. For years, astronomers wanted a powerful telescope above Earth's atmosphere. Earlier space telescopes had shown that observing from orbit could produce clearer results than looking through Earth's moving air. Hubble was designed to go much further and give scientists a deeper view of the universe. At its center was a mirror about 2.4 meters wide. Light from stars and galaxies would hit this mirror and travel into Hubble's cameras. For the telescope to work, the mirror had to be shaped with extreme precision. After years of delays, Hubble was launched aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery on April 24, 1990. Scientists expected it to transform astronomy. Then the first images arrived. They were blurry. At first, engineers thought Hubble only needed to be adjusted. Maybe a camera was out of place or the telescope was shaking. But after more tests, NASA discovered the real problem. The main mirror had been made in the wrong shape. The error was tiny. The mirror's outer edge was too flat by about 4 microns, much less than the width of a human hair. But that small difference caused a major problem. Light reflected from different parts of the mirror did not meet at the same point. Instead of forming a sharp image, it spread out and created blurry rings around stars and galaxies. This was called spherical aberration. A mistake almost impossible to see had damaged one of the most expensive scientific machines ever built. The news was humiliating for NASA. Hubble had cost billions of dollars and had been presented as a telescope that would reveal the universe in amazing detail. Now many people saw it as a failure. Newspapers criticized NASA, television programs made jokes, and some called Hubble the telescope that needed glasses. Hubble was not completely useless. Scientists could improve some images with computers, and it could still collect valuable information. But it could not perform as planned. Replacing the main mirror was nearly impossible. It was large, deep inside the telescope, and already orbiting Earth. Luckily, Hubble had been designed so astronauts could visit and repair it. NASA had already planned missions to replace old parts and install better instruments. Now the first servicing mission had become a rescue mission. Engineers needed to fix Hubble's vision without replacing its main mirror. Their solution was simple. They would give Hubble glasses. Because engineers knew the exact shape of the error, they could build equipment that corrected it. One new camera had its own correction system. Another device, called CoStar, used small mirrors to correct the light entering Hubble's other instruments. The idea worked on Earth, but astronauts still had to install it in space. In December 1993, the Space Shuttle Endeavour carried 7 astronauts to Hubble. The mission, called STS-61, was one of the most difficult shuttle missions ever attempted. The astronauts captured Hubble and placed it inside the shuttle's cargo bay. During 5 spacewalks, they spent more than 35 hours outside. They removed old equipment, installed the new systems, replaced the solar panels, and repaired other parts. They worked in bulky spacesuits while floating above Earth. One broken part, lost tool, or wrong movement could damage Hubble or endanger the crew. When the repairs were finished, Hubble was released back into orbit, but nobody knew for certain if the solution had worked. Scientists waited for the first new images. Then, in January 1994, NASA revealed the results. Hubble could see. Before the repair, stars had blurry rings around them. Afterward, they appeared sharp and clear. Details inside distant galaxies that had been hidden were now visible. The telescope finally worked as planned. What had looked like a billion-dollar disaster became one of the greatest repair stories in science. Over the following years, Hubble helped scientists study the expansion of the universe, observe distant galaxies, examine planets, and watch stars being born and destroyed. It also changed how ordinary people imagined space. Its images revealed a universe filled with enormous structures, violent events, and incredible beauty. But none of this was guaranteed. Hubble could have been remembered as an expensive telescope with a useless mirror. Instead, engineers found the problem, created a solution, and astronauts traveled into space to fix it. The error in Hubble's mirror was smaller than the width of a human hair, yet that tiny mistake almost kept an entire generation from seeing the universe clearly.